supposed to be out of my mind, but I've already done 2 lives today, but I'm kind of in the mood, so I thought I'd try to see if I can do one more. I don't know, but this is the most aggressive underpainting I've done to date. There is, even the little painter girl was like, dude. So let me hold it up a little bit closer where you can see it. Oops. So we got this house, and it's got an addition to it, and you got an inset for the doors, a bunch of trees. I about used up half an eraser sketching this thing. And there's tons of bricks and a couple of 5 buildings and hinges. And I'm going to underpaint this. I'm probably crazy, but if I am, you'll be able to come on live and see it. So we'll be doing this in burnt umber. I still think I'm crazy. All right, so anyway, we're going to do this in burnt umber. And I'm going to be using a lean medium for this because I want this to dry by tomorrow. But for those of you who know me, I've got an injured shoulder. So I'm hoping like I can keep my arm down like this as I'm working through this and get this done. But we'll see, I reckon. We'll see. If you guys are out there, say hello. I don't see anybody yet. I don't see no comments. So I don't know who's there. But anyway, we're going to get this done. Or at least we're going to try to get this done. Once I put the first brush stroke on there, I don't really have a choice because it'll be dry tomorrow and I won't be able to redo the highlights. So here we go. All right, so we'll start off with a flat, some burnt umber, and some medium. More than that. Maybe a little more than that. All right, here we go. No, I'm not going to be satisfied with that. I'm going to have to take it all the way to the top. I won't be satisfied with like a white canvas border around the outside. That just won't do. It's not really like something I probably should worry about at the moment, but I'm going to. So this morning we did a Facebook Live on color mixing for flesh tones. And then we did a live painting. And now we're doing a live underpainting. And why, you say? I don't know, man. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't just sit around all day. I'm going crazy. In a stupid quarantine. Because first of all, I don't believe in it. I think it's retarded. We've been getting sick since the beginning of time. And we never had to do this kind of crap. So, yeah. I served in a war. I served my country for a long, long time. And I'm fairly used to. I had that military practice on me with their last swine flu virus before I got out of the military. So, it is what it is. I'm more likely to get sick from my allergies than anything else. All right, so we're putting a nice even coat of this on here. Y'all say hi if you're out there. Hey, Billy. Billy, I've lost my mind. I'm doing my 3rd painting for the day, so I don't know if my shoulder's going to hold up for it, but hopefully it will. I don't want to make the canvas too slick, but I do want to get all this medium on relatively fast. So this painting is really got a lot of detail on it. Just something I hadn't done before, so, somebody like, oh, why are you doing that? I mean, why are you, it's kind of out of the norm for me for the kinds of things I paint, but, I guess part of it is, I have, I would like to recreate the painting. I would like to paint myself. I would like to repaint the painting Lady Agnew of Lochnaw. So that's going to be a really difficult painting. It's probably way above my skill level. I'm going to do it anyway. So, I thought I'd try a couple other things above my skill level before I got into that. And so this is definitely it. This is more like a Little Painter Girl / Emily Jean type painting. It's got a lot of detail in it. But I think if I can get this underpainting done, then I think then on doing the first colors and final colors, I think I can break that up into small enough parts that I'll be able to handle painting. So really, I guess if I'd thought about it, I probably should have done this tomorrow, and then the next day try to do that. Oh, my arm was rested, but yeah, that would be so unlike me to not do something unreasonable. So we'll see. Well, you guys will see it live right here. I've been known to have to stop before. All right, we're almost there with this part anyway. So like I said, there's like 5 buildings in this thing. Two of them are brick. There's multiple kinds of bricks. One of them's got stone on it. It's got thatch roofs going on. Yeah, so it's a lot of different stuff that I haven't done before. Trees, they're not giving me any trouble. But and buildings, these buildings, I've not stacked buildings one on top of the other before, so that should be interesting to do. I've not done like a Tudor type house before either, anything like that. Mostly I've done a couple buildings that I just drew them and painted them, and that was okay. But these are a lot more detailed than that, so here we go. Hi Selby, welcome back. Hey Russell. So here we go. And now we're going to wipe this back. Get a good stain on the canvas. I don't want it to be too dark. We're going to wipe a bunch of this back. You need a paper towel. You can leave the foreground a little darker, but you especially want to get this sky and stuff wiped back. So all the way over here, I got all of this stuff. Let's get some more. So let's see, the sky on the side, the ground basically, and this tree, and this part of the tree. So if you've not seen this underpainting technique before, we're using burnt umber, putting a nice stain on the canvas. And the last couple of buildings that I've done this, building paintings that I've done this way, I really liked the effect that you get. You get a really thick, deep, abiding effect on this. It really gives the painting, the shadows and stuff, a big crank. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually learned this technique in my portrait course I took when I'm a Marion Dutton certified associated painting partner. Mazart associated painting partner. Marion Dutton's company. And so, you know, she's an ace teacher. Okay, let's start working on some other details now. I got a sketch of this sketch over here on the side that I'm looking at to kind of figure out, you know, what I want to do. So I think the way we're going to work on this is we'll cover sort of the kind of way I laid the sketch in, which is start in this left corner and work this way, but we'll work on the buildings and stuff as we kind of reach them. So we'll put the lights in on one building, and then we'll put the lights, and by lights and darks, not like lights. So, and I think by putting that fine line, working like that, I should be able to kind of work with my arm to get this working. Hey, Chrissy, you better get a sandwich. It's going to take a while. Oh wait, you're in England. That's right? You're in England. So like it's, I could be like your ASMR bedtime, keep you up at night type thing. All right, keep you from getting some sleep. Might be morning before we get done with this. All right. gosh. My wife, thinking that she could save me some money by buying me some generic Q-tips. These 2 tips suck. I hate these Q-tips. Okay, let's come along. Okay, so let's work on. Let's just kind of start at the top. So now we're just working the lights back in. And the reason I could have just like started working on the darks and kind of moving up the building, but if I did, I'd end up having to drag my hand over it. And so I don't want to do that. So that's why I don't want to do that. Now this part here, and I'm kind of moving back and forth just to give some love back to my arm and let it rest. I know that shoulder is going to wear out before I get done, probably. Okay. I'm fairly happy with that. I think right here, I didn't put this in the sketch, but I think like right here in the corner, just to add some interest, maybe I'll put like, before I get done, I'll put a flower pot in there. We'll see. We'll see. Hello, Sandy. Hey guys, for those of you who are on this YouTube live, you might want to go over and check out my YouTube channel, Ben Stivers Fine Art, just like it is over here. But on YouTube, next week, we're going to start doing lives over there. And then we're going, for those people who are subscribed, we're going to start giving away some paintings again. So if you'd like to get a painting, postage paid. It's a good place to sign in, watch some stuff, leave some comments, subscribe. You'd end up with a painting. All right, so let's see. How do I want to handle that? I want to handle this one. Here on these are actually like those French provincial type shingles. So they were easy enough to sketch. The question is if I'm going to be able to get how I'm going to be able to get that painted in there. We'll find out. Like I said when I started, this is something, when I was talking to Emily about this yesterday, something much more detailed than the things I usually do. So it should be a pretty good challenge here. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the window there and I'll look at them in here a second. I'll stop along the way and check it out. It probably would have been a good idea when I was sketching this if I had kind of thought about what I wanted the different colors to be. But that's okay. I can do it before I start putting final colors on. All of this would work on the outside is going to be all boxed in before we're done. And then there'll be shadows put under that. Hey again, Billy. Billy, I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. About your spray painting art. All right, so those of you who just came here, let me move this up a little bit because it's kind of dark now for you to see. There is a lot of stuff going on in this painting. There are a lot of bricks and a lot of buildings. There's half a dozen buildings. Actually, there's not. There's like 3 or 4. No, there's 4. 4 buildings. What is? Anyway. All right, so let's start working on. Let's finish up this front, and then I think we'll start applying some paint. And then we'll start working our way back to. Hey, if you like just to watch art channels, too, if you do like that over on YouTube, I suggest you watch Julian Baumgartner. It's Baumgartner Restorations. He does artwork restoration. Oh my God. He's amazing. Guy's fantastic. He took over his father's business in 2011. Prior to that, he'd been apprenticing for quite a while. 6 years. He said he'd been apprenticing for 5 years before his father ever even let him clean the painting. That's pretty interesting. Me and my dad probably would have got along that long. All right. Let's clean some of this back. So this roof is all going to be thatched, so we're not going to leave this too dark. We're going to leave some shadow, though. We're not going to try to make it all even, because as we glaze that in, the shadow is going to help kind of lay some layering in there. So we're just kind of... Might not even clean this Q-tip before I get done. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Just make sure you get them rinsed out really, really good. I restore my brushes about 4 times a year. I don't do them all because I don't use them all. But today was the first day for our art stores to be open, and so I went down because I just couldn't help myself. And I was like, oh, you know what? I could get some more filberts. And I was like, why do you need another filbert? I've got a jar full of them over there. And I use the heck out of them, but I really can only use one brush at a time. So I do have some brushes I like to use for certain things. So there's that. But all right, I think for now that's gonna work for. I think maybe I better do something with this door though. I better do something with these doors because I want these doors to be colored before I'm done. But... So now tomorrow this will all be dry. And I'll be able to start applying other color layers to this. That might take a couple days, depends. Depends on a couple things. One of them is I've never worked on anything so detailed, so I'm not sure how hard it's going to be. All right, I'm going to do that off right there. Let's kind of build a path going out this way. And then we got some rocks and stuff here, so we don't need to do too much that way. Alright, that'll work. Except I want this line, these shadows, to be more horizontal than that. And there's a lot of number. All right. So we could work on some more. I may as well just keep going. I think I'm doing okay. My shoulder seems okay. So let's do this. Because if I get the highlights done, and I have to stop, I can't actually stop and do the darks tomorrow. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to be okay. I hope. We'll find out. So now these, we're not cleaning these out quite as, we're not lightening these quite as much as the other side. Let me kind of explain a little bit about what my vision is in this building. This building has got a crack and it's got a big hole in the wall right here. This is all collapsed down. We may even put a couple extra bricks in here that we paint in later. But it's a brick building, and then as it collapsed down, you're looking inside. So this part is in shadow back up in here. And then there's a broken wagon wheel on the inside of that door. Right here. This guy right here. And then back here, you're looking back into a house. And then over on this side, right here, there's a series of bricks that are actually crumbled out of the wall. So I'm going to wipe some of that back, but not too much because some of it's going to be in shadow as we work it across. But it doesn't matter. If we don't pick it all up in this part, we can pick it up in the first color layers. And then we've got a hole in the ceiling right here, which we will put in. And we get cross ties and members coming across the building that direction. So we'll leave some of that shadow in there. All right, and then I've got, I missed this part a minute ago. This is part of the roof from the first building. So I'm glad I kept going. And then this is the side of that building coming down. I was wondering when I first sketched this if this was going to be a problem for me to have so much detail in a painting, but I'm not used to so much detail. And then make sure that I've had several that I've done quite a bit of detail in and ended up like looking at it later and deciding that I missed a board on a wagon, or I missed a spoke on a wagon wheel. But, I should have put another spoke or something like that. So, you know. And since I don't do a lot of paintings, I don't do many paintings more than once. I've done a couple, like where people have wanted, you know, different things, or asked me to come back and paint a painting again so that they could buy it. So, you know, we've done that, but by and large, I don't do that. So, all right. I think I want this one to be a little bit lighter than that. Oh, we're going to actually make it through this part. I'll look over in just a second and see if there's any questions. So if there are, get them over there. Oh, hi, Harriet. So we're probably going to kind of pass this back and forth as we go. I'm kind of leaving some shadows on this building too, and a little bit on that doorway, although they've got the same hinges as they do over on the other one. So and then, okay, one more Q-tip. Okay, now we can start. I'll probably switch back and forth with these Q-tips, but let's get started on some of this. I'm going to take this shop cloth. I haven't ever used these before. Just recently got them. I'm going to try to take a little bit more of this off the sky. If you leave too much of this umber in the sky, it makes it hard to brighten it up later. I mean, you can brighten it up, but you have to put on multiple colors, multiple layers to get it. We're going to color these trees in the hard way in a little while, so it doesn't matter. We can just kind of hack away on the sky and then come back. We're going to leave all this foreground dark. All right, so let's work on the big house first. I got a brand new brush here, and a brand new Princeton brush. Sometimes you get these Princeton brushes and they perform really well on day one, and sometimes you get them and they're not so much. Not so much. Just get some labels off of it here. They bother my hands, so I get them off. All right, so we're going to use still be using burnt umber, although we won't be putting too much in the way of medium back on the board. So I'm going to lay back on the canvas. So, oh, y'all still good. All right, so we've got we're going to take a baby wipe and wipe this burnt umber that's got any medium in it off of the palette, because I don't want to bring any more medium up to the canvas at this time. All right, so oh my gosh, painting all those bricks is going to be crazy. I must be out of my mind. All right, let's see. Let's not start with that brush though. Let's start with this guy. With this, no, not that one. I'll find it in a second. Here it is. I'm going to start with this flat. The reason I want to start with this flat is because I've got a lot of boards that I have to color in. So here we go. So guys, here we go. Now when you're applying these colors, I had the advantage of my protractor and my ruler when I put these lines in. So going back out, I do not have that advantage. I can put I have a steady stick I can use if I need to. And putting this color in, you don't have to apply very much pressure. So since I'm going to be using this brush later, I'll just use it to do the blending. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is where we're going to put the heat on my arm. I'm just going to finish this roof off. Oh, okay. When you have a lot of detail, it's hard sometimes to remember what goes where. Between the time you first sketch it and the time that you start working on it. So all this stuff got sketched yesterday. It took me almost all day. And then I was looking at this and I was like, why is there a window there? And it's like, oh, that's the chimney. Okay, we're not going to blend that part. Let it dry a little bit and then we might blend it some. All right, so let's go back over here. My normal turn the canvas around mode, since I hurt my arm. Excuse me. All right, let's go. Let's do this. We're taking tiny little bits of paint up to the canvas at any given time. I need to look at I've got another version of this too that's got a shadow reference on it that I wrote up to make sure I keep my shadows straight. Hey, Alan. Taking a break from lamp cleaning. I guess the quarantine's put like a cramp in all of us going to auctions and stuff. Hey, Al. Of course, you guys go to more than we do, but it's not enough paint. So this house is kind of like, a Tudor style house. At least that's That's the idea. I don't know if you guys think it. I didn't like do a reference of like everything a Tudor house is supposed to have, but as always, I just drew what suited me. Yeah, I'm not going to paint those steps like that. All right, so all of those boards, all these boards are going to get a little bit of a tinting. But not a super smooth tinting, because we don't want to. Oh yeah, this is going to be tricky. Right here, not this part, the next part. I'm trying to think of how I want to try to put this down. All right, I have to stay up to the top as long as I can, because if I don't, I'm going to end up dragging my hand through the paint as my arm gets more tired. So let's just keep this moving. Now, it might be a good idea, really, to kind of, when it's the parts that we've already tinted, is to tint them, and tomorrow, since this dries so fast anyway, tomorrow come back and actually do all the tree work separately. That would be that might be smart. Because that would allow me to do a lot of script liner work on all the branches and stuff I can't do when I'm dragging my hand across the paint. So that might be a good idea. I'm trying to get an angle on this, so let's get angles on the one we can. Now, I know you guys can't see it on the thing. You might be able to see it. Let me get some paint on it. But this brush, the small flat, is super sharp on the edge. I've really pulled it down flat so that we're almost, you can't even see the edge on it. Of course, now as you pull it, of course, you're laying down paint, and so it tends to widen out a little bit, but not much. I'm glad that didn't lay down, because that brush went crooked right then. Okay, now let's just. Can I reach it upside down? Maybe. Let's try it. So the YouTube channel's going pretty good. If you guys haven't subscribed, jump over there, get you a subscription. They're cheap. They're cheap. I don't have a Patreon page or anything like that. There's never going to be any requests for money on my channel. No monetization at all. It's not I don't do that. I don't paint for that reason. So we're going to be giving some paintings away over there next couple of weeks. So if you want to get in on that, pop over there. Give us a subscribe and a like on some of those videos. The more those we get, the more YouTube will promote our channel. So right now they promote us exactly none. So okay, that's coming together pretty good. And I'm going to add under here. Well, I'll probably do that in the first color layer. For the first color layers, we'll put some shadows underneath each one of those really thin shadows, like right underneath of those boards, to make them kind of pop out, like this one right here. So right now, I think the lines that we're scribing are probably going to be good enough to remind us of that detail later. Now, I need a shadow. There we go. All right, almost got that part done. Almost. That's the hard part. I will need a script liner to do that part. Probably pulling down a line is probably the hardest for me because I tend to move, when I'm pulling across, I always move my arm, which helps the line stay straight. But when you pull down with your hand, just remember this: when you pull down with your hand, you almost always will pull it to the side, one side or the other, being whether you're left-handed or right-handed, don't matter. You're going to pull it to the side, so you pull it off balance. Emily, I was just talking about it being your all's anniversary just a few minutes ago. See, I thought I'd get over here and get this. I know you already know I've done 2 paintings today. Like, oh, she'd be fussing. Like, you better be taking care of that arm. So, but I just had to do it today. I just couldn't stand it. So we're moving along pretty good. We're keeping the arm down low. So don't fuss at me too much. Don't fuss at me too bad. See, if I just had somebody to talk to for like 5 or 6 hours today, I could just goof off all day. Yak your ear off. All right. So what do you think? How's it looking so far? Oh, it ain't like that. You're embarrassing me now. You know, we don't have to keep this line quite as sharp because we're going to paint this whole board up in a minute. So, but it's okay. But the line is still important because it's the edge of the roof. So All right, there we go. Thank you. I'm hoping I can get all of it done before I tuck her out. Because, I mean, well, I could actually stop at this point anywhere along here now because I have all the highlights out. So coming back and applying the dark is not, you can't come back and apply the highlights once the paint dries because then it's dark already. So, but I think I can, I'm going to have to use a different brush though to create those shingles. I can't pull that sideways. I can't pull that down. I can't pull it down either, right? All right, so we got one more this way. And then we got these guys. All these little windows. I was saying a while ago, like this is really like more your speed. All this detail work with your little bitty tiny little brush strokes that you use, but you got that down to a fine science, man. All right, now we're not going to do anything with the windows, the window panes, because those are actually going to be lit up when we set this thing in motion. We set the first colors in motion. So we'll just leave those clear for now. Although I wonder, maybe I should. All right. So, Em, how was the? I know they do. Okay, they drive me nuts, but not doing them drives me nuts too. So basically, we're both just nuts, right? So both of us. Oh my gosh, we're a pair, I tell you. All right, put some hinges in here. All right, is that kind of, no, there's a spot I missed right here. I need this dark right in here. Between this tree and this ground. I'm going to put that on a little bit thick right there so that it really hugs in on the sidewalk. There we go. And we'll put some grass and stuff in front of that later, but that's okay. Don't need to clean it at the moment. So now we're going to apply some of this, and we're going to pull some more of it off. We're just going to use this later to apply a little bit of shadow underneath on the thatch. Put the thatch roof on. Some of this will show through, and that'd be kind of cool. All right. Uh-oh. You shouldn't have told me that now. Now I'll be harassing you. Emily, did you work on the bear? No lasagna until you eat, till you finish the bear. No, I'm not gonna say that. That sounds like fighting words. Oh my gosh. All right. One more set of that. Em, did you see my note about Julian's Julian's live stream crashed right in the middle? he was so frustrated. Oh my gosh. He was just going like, and suddenly it's just gone. Not like a little bit of interference and something else happened. No, it was just boom, gone. All right. And then this board, there's a board right here. So let's highlight that or outline that. Okay. Shoot. Still got some. Hey, how did the dinner go? I bet it was a hit. Oh, this is a tricky board right here. I remember sketching this yesterday. It was like, I should have just made it longer. Okay. All right. I'm pretty happy with that so far, I guess. I wonder if I can actually. No, I don't think I can do that. Let's try it. What might I do it with? Let's try it with. I'll do it with this teeny little brush. Teeny little brushes are not really something I use much in oil painting, so. Let's add a little medium to that and see if it'll work better. Oh my. In all my years, I never would have thought. I got my next big challenging thing picked out. I have to show it to you. Excuse y'all. Excuse me while I concentrate on this here. All right. Let me clean that brush. I won't do that again probably. Oh man. All right, I'll be over. You're gonna fill up. You're gonna fatten that boy up. I tell you. Okay, let's do this building back here. I know I did the chimney on this building already, but let's just do it and get it done, and it'll be done. I'm using my new Princeton brush for that. This slanted angle brush. And the paint's being persnickety. Get on there. Okay, that's not going to cut it. All right, so we're going to go back to the flat. I think I could draw a sharper line with it. And of course, underpainting like this, anything you paint down that you don't want, you can just take a Q-tip and erase it, right? I mean, I made that sound really easy, but I mean, it's not easy, but it's not hard. Wow, nothing like looking over the top of your paintbrush. We'll see if you're getting the line on there. Right. All right. As I was saying, here we go. All right, now you can't, I know you guys can't see it because I can barely see it, but I also put like ledger boards across this house. It's got a different frame of thing on it. So I want that to be in there. All right, that's got that. Okay, that part's done. Let's clean up this little bit right here. There we go. That's nice. Oh my lord, I can't imagine painting all these bricks, but I don't know how long it took me to draw them, let alone paint them. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. You guys are getting like a constant thought stream of mine, so maybe like you were painting one day, you're like, okay, yeah. I'm not the only one that feels like that. All right. So I think the way we're going to approach these two, because these two buildings are going to be really hard to do with all these bricks. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the outline, the highest outline first, and then we'll kind of work it from there. It's going to be hard to, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be hard or not. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. Let's just figure it out. Let's just figure it out. Let's just stop talking about it and just do it. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my round brush to get just to put this little thatch roof thing here on the top, because there's quite a bit of shadow on that. And it's curved, which means my flat brush don't really like that too much. These other things you're seeing here are actually suggestions for tree branches that I put on there. So we'll decide later if they're actually going to be tree branches or not. We'll just cover them with paint and make them go away. But probably we'll just add, usually I add more tree branches rather than taking away. So all right, let's get going here. One nice long pull. This was maybe the hardest part to sketch because I wanted this roof to not be straight like these roofs. I wanted it to be a little bit curved because the building's sort of caving in. So, you know, it's actually a memory remnant of my grandfather's, one of my grandfather's buildings. Out on our farm. So, this is not puddle painting, this is just patiently. I'll have to come back and color these boards in a minute. And if I colored them the wrong way, I'll have to erase them and do them over again. We'll see. We'll see. All right, that's a board. And that's a board. So far, so good. And this is a board. Oh yeah, that came out okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And we have a board running this way. Okay. I do think though I want to do a little bit of paint removal right here. I want that board to be a little bit farther apart, which means I'll have to put the lines back in, but that's okay. Let's put this back now. More paint. More paint, please. There we go. Scribing those lines down will help you put the shadows in later, or help me put the shadows in later. But let's get the rest of this in here. Okay, so this is going to be the tough part because there's no horizontal way to pull this in. So we'll just do one big long pull. There we go. Just like that. Now, this is the part I got to keep straight. This is the part I got lost in sketching yesterday. I'm getting my boards lined up between these two beams. All right, that worked out pretty good. So you start cutting at 5. Yeah, I've actually had people ask me if they could buy the underpainting. I mean, you've done a lot of work on it really already because you're figuring all the values and stuff out, right? So, all right. So I had that board a little askew, but that's okay. It ain't now. All right, let's get these last few lines on this. Then we got to start working on the bricks. Maybe I can come up with an easy way to work on the bricks. I don't know. I did yesterday when I was sketching. Maybe I can use the same. All right, 2 more long pulls. Guys, excuse me if my head gets in the way. I can't help it on this particular piece. Because I have to look over the top of the brush. There we go. All right. And now we got this. On this board. probably will get down here a little bit further too. It'll be a little exciting where I got lost in the sketch a little bit yesterday when I was trying to put in. I sketched it in, but as I was sketching, I was getting lost while I was sketching, and that was weird. Yes, Axel. Down here. Come here, buddy. Axel's my cat, in case you hadn't figured that out. Come here. Hey, buddy. Huh? Yeah, come on down. Hey, buddy. Come here. What? Oh, you didn't come down. You're still sitting on the steps. No, it's not. No, I don't have to come yet. It's not dinner time. Axel's pretty sure he's the boss of me. What? 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 Hey, I'm doing something right now. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on over here. Come over here and say hi to Emmy. Oh, boy. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, he's going to go tell on me now. He's a little bit of a tattletale. All right. Okay. And then there's another board. Runs up this way. There we go. All right. Getting closer to those bricks. Stop complaining. You can come down here. Yeah. You're right. Okay, Emily, I challenge you. Paint this painting. I'll send you a reference photo. You paint this painting in acrylics with 2 colors. Good idea. Okay, somehow I have a feeling the answer is going to be hilarious. All right. There's going to be some shadows in here, but in the first colors, they're going to be in the first color tones. They're going to be there'll be some purple over in this area and over in that area. So, all right, now we get to the hard part because the building is wompy. Oh, this broke down. This part of the ceiling is a little bit collapsed. You can see some of the inside timbers. Yeah, doggone it. Ran out of paint. And then, because I'm still crazy, I decided to add like a broken wagon wheel on the inside too. So let's add that in here in a second. All right, I think I might have to do that with a round brush though. I don't really have to color this in much because, well, I will have to color that part. We're going to have to spread some paint around here a little bit because we got the band and then the axle. And that part right there is just a piece of broken wagon right there. All right, getting there. We're going to go back and shadow some more of this in just a minute, but I think we'll be okay. There we go, that's fine. That's a way to do it. It's not the way I thought I was going to do it, but since it came out okay. All right, and then we've got okay. Here we are. Got the bricks. Not me. Oh, come on. I thought were you just saying you like to do detail? I thought you said. We could add it to Jeremy's sketchbook. It would work out okay. All right, so I'm kind of cheating up on these bricks right now. We'll see how if it pays off for me in a little while. But I think glazing these bricks is probably going to be the easiest part. All right, before we get too crazy, let's just go ahead. That's not too bad. And then there's a. Let me decide if I still want to do that. I thought it'd be kind of cool right here to put a hole in the wall. So, we'll put that in there. We'll go ahead and put the hole in there. I don't know what I thought. We had all these cracks, like there. Here's a crack. Here's a crack. So this is the part of painting where we're doing crack. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. I think I'm going crazy. We got a timber right there. Why? I know, it's terrible. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. What? Come on. Come here. Don't be pushing things around now. Axel, for those of you who don't know, he's big enough he can push things around. He's a big boy. Okay. Yes, sir, Bobby. We got that in there for that part almost. I'm not too happy with this line right here. Let's do this. There we go. All right. Bricks, 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 bricks. Don't get too carried away. Calm down. Let's put the rest of the cracks in the wall. All right. All right. We still got some more bricks back here, so let's do those, and then we'll put the final timbers in for those. I may have to add some medium to this. These are a different kind of brick on this wall, really. These are more like small little building bricks. But I don't have so many horizontal lines in this one. I'm so crazy. Why am I doing this? All right. Get that line straight. Okay, so in this particular instance, I have to pull. I told you earlier, don't pull your hand down because it makes your line pull in. If you're left-handed, it'll pull to your left, and if you're right-handed, it'll pull to your right. So what I'm going to do, since I can't go any other way with it, is I'm just going to pull it about a third of the way and stop, and then pull it another third of the way and stop and back up. Keep me on track that way. I learned that from the little painter girl, watching her do that little dash 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 brush stroke that she does. So I tried that one day on. It's not exactly the same stroke, but that's where I got the idea from, because she does all these little details with I don't even can't replicate it. She can't be replicated. It's been said they broke the mold with her. At least that's the rumor. All right. Okay, one building left. Anybody still with me? Just you. It's just me and you now. I never forget things you say. Oh my gosh. I don't know why you put up with me. All right, here we go. So, oh, Axel. Oh my gosh, it sounds terrible. Come here. Come here. It's going to be still a little bit. I know you thought I was get that building done. You were going to get to do whatever it is you want to do. Where'd you go? No, he vanished. Evidently, he thinks it's time for treats. I shouldn't have made this building a brick building. I should have just. Oh well. It would look so plain otherwise, I guess. When I first drew it, I thought it looked kind of like, just make some bricks. It'll be fun, they said. It'd be hard as heck, they said. Alright, so this is going to be shaded in one tone. Doesn't have to be perfect, because... Alright, now this part, though, is going to be shaded. Don't slide, don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. There we go. Okay. Now, let's get this going. Oh, That's funny. This part only. This part over here, I drew the bricks over there and then I didn't finish them. I must have gone, oh, the hell with it. It's too hard. I can just paint those in. I have no doubt that's probably what I did. Okay. That's pretty good. You scratch away at it. Yeah. I know one thing, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh my. That was good, except I painted on the wrong line. Brush is getting aggravated now. I'm going to have to wipe some paint out of it, I think. It's a brand new Princeton brush. I'm probably just about worn it out. Worn its edge out. Come on. Come on, just a little longer. Crap. Alright. Messed that one up. Messed that one up by a mile. Tell you what, let's just wipe the brush out and reload. That looks better. Actually, let's just erase this one too. Try it again. Alright, that looks better. Now this line around the door, I sketched just today a little darker because I wanted to remind myself I wanted to make that space around the door a little bigger. So we'll do that when we get over there. We'll get to that part, which actually be almost the last part. I'm so crazy trying to do this. You know, though, when you're working on something and you know you're crazy for trying to do it and then you do it, though, it feels so good. It feels so good. And if it don't work out, you can say, at least I tried. I mean, if you don't try, you never know, right? So. All right, that about gets the horizontal lines on that side. Okay, verticals. Man, there's probably a couple hundred of these. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Nice. That was funny. Oh. Do it again, just a little bit slower. This row of bricks is small. Stay on task. Okay, now we can do that. Okay, good job. I'm surprised, Emily, as well as you cook, that people don't try to like horn in on your dinner sometime. Yeah, it's almost there. I didn't think I'd get this far, but actually my arm's holding up really well. All right, now I just have to make these up because there's not any. So I'll do them like I did yesterday. I'll do them this way. Oops, ran out of paint. That one. That one. All right. That one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, too much paint. That one. That one. And that one. That one. Okay. Other row. Opposite row. Too much paint. Too much paint. Still too much paint. All right, let's try it again. All right, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay, let's get the size of the door and the stairs and all that stuff. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do the trees, because all this can dry, and then I can paint the trees over the top and do a lot of script liner work without having to worry about getting a run on, something. Oh yeah, nice. That's nice. That's a nice reach. All right, let's just go ahead and brighten this line up a little bit. Refresh this line. Yeah, like that. I'm going to widen that a little bit. That's good. All right, down we go. So Emily, you thought that video was pretty funny I sent you last night. Mom's the cow's tail. Josh and Nikki just made that so damn funny because they're not gonna let me off the hook. Mom. Bratty kids. Okay. A little bit right here. Let's do a little bit of this. And we can darken that like that. All right. Let me look at it one more time. Now. Yeah, see, this needs to be a little bit shaded. That, yeah. This needs to be a little bit shading. And I might could bolster these lines just a little bit. Oh, here's one I missed. Oh, I didn't put the rest of the gutter in. I mean, the rest of the roof lines in. I thought those would look better, those little kind of curvy, roofy things instead of just a flat roof. Look a little better in this kind of painting. Okay. Free with that brush, boy. Free with that brush. All right. And then this part here. Oh, okay. One last thing. Let me clean that brush. I can put that away now. Then we just got to do the hinges. Let me do that real quick. Ah, quit. Okay. All right. There you go. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the underpainting. We'll come back, let this dry tonight. Okay, Axel, I'm coming. We'll let this dry overnight. And then we'll put the trees and the grass in. And then we'll let that dry. And then the next day, which will be, I don't even know what today is. I guess today's Wednesday. Or is it Tuesday? I don't know what day it is. Whatever day it is. 2 days from now, we'll start applying the color layers. So thanks for watching, guys. I know this took a long time to get it done, but I hope you liked it. And we will see you on the next time.